So I represent the High Commission of India. My name is Manu Chidananda. You can call me Manu, it's short and sweet. So I'm the teacher of Indian culture for yoga and culture. This is the first time that the government of India has deputed a yoga and a culture teacher. This is like a soft power between. And what you can see here is a department which manages the culture, yoga, and art team from India to different parts of the world. Now, the first thumb rule is that the spine should, you have to be not only physically here, mentally here as well. Okay? So usually the mind wanders, it goes in the future or in the past or whatever you are discussing may have some effect on your body and the mind. So to bring your mind to the present moment, what we can do is that as you sit straight, just keep your hands on your lap with the palms facing the ceiling. Relax the body, which means that consciously relax your facial muscles. With the eyes closed, you can feel what's happening in the body and the mind. Relax your facial muscles, especially the jaws, and the most tense part, your forehead, and the most lovely part, your lips. Relax the shoulders. Now release the tension on the shoulders and take a deep breath by pushing the abdomen out and exhaling even more deeper, relaxing the abdomen region. Now release the tension on your buttocks, thighs, kneecap, and your toes. Just connect yourself, the body with the mind through the breath. Now just focus on the breath. Just focus on the breath. What we are trying to do is just to bring the mind to the present moment. Just focus on the breath. Now, very gently open your eyes. Now gently rub your palms, organs, so that you're more present here. And place the palms on your eyes. Just place it on your eyes. Rub your forehead, rub your cheeks, rub the neck, and gently bring the hands down. I should really congratulate you all. You have been lucky to be here because this is a 5,000-year-old practice which is so relevant even today. You could have gone to any other place. You have chosen to be here. So I will ensure that it's worthwhile. It's a promise. I used to go to my first yoga assignment was in an education institute in India, in South India. They had this beautiful quote in front of the building, which says, "Let noble thoughts come from all sides of universe. Whatever good is there, let it come, so that it benefits the humans or the humanity." You know, this yoga is a 5,000-year-old science. This subject is. So try to be as open, just like a sponge, so that when you put some water, it contains. If it becomes hard, in yoga we should also make our mind a little flexible, so that you can take in the information. So how many have practiced yoga here? The postures, the breathing, the meditation, any part? Oh, okay, quite enough. Oh, that's nice. So from those who raised the hand, can I ask them in one word, what is yoga? One word. See, it will be an interaction. Huh? I'm not a movie today. It will be interaction. Those who, yes ma'am. What is one word or one sentence? It's meditation. Very nice. Okay, sir. Anything. We are all in the same boat. We will float together, we'll sing together. Yeah. Very nice, sir. I'll explain that as well. Anywhere here? Yes. Strengthening what? Of the body. Okay. Anywhere, someone here raise their hands? Yeah. Relaxation. Oh, very nice. Okay. Yes. Anyone here? Okay. Okay. So I'll put it in simple terms, sir. There are different people have different definitions, you know. But I'll put it very simply. It's body, mind, spirit practice. So let me now just ask you, can we exist without any one of this? Can we exist without any one of this? No, right? Oh, then we are on the same page. Now, for health, well-being and self-realization. So you can do more homework on these words. Is there any difference between health, well-being and self-realization? Is there any? There is definitely a difference. Because it's different words, there is definitely a difference. What's the difference? Health, well-being and self-realization. As sir was telling, freedom. Something very synonymous word to that. What is the difference? Health is?
It's something you feel like it's kind of where you are in the world and different things, but well-being and self-realization, you have to do yourself.
Oh, okay. Which means that health, it's there by default. Well-being and self-realization is your responsibility. Very true, very true. Yeah. I think taking that clue, I think we can proceed further. Which means that you are being responsible. Okay, you are being responsible for your health, well-being and self-realization. Now, how do we do that? So that we know that now there are three components, body, mind and spirit. For body, we have yoga posture. The most exaggerated part of yoga. Whenever we just tell yoga, it's postures, head leg up, flexibility. That's important. That's important, but what I would like to say is that you will realize that there is more to yoga than what just appears, than what just meets the eye. Because even if you look at this banner here, you can see postures. Because it's tangible, you can see the body. But the mind and spirit, can you see it? So that's why people believe, seeing is believing. So they only believe that it's just some postures or something. So there's more to yoga than what meets the eye. So for the body, what we do is we do yoga postures. We'll have a practical session at the end. And then for the mind, okay, let me ask come back again. What is mind? First of all, before that, do we all have mind? Brain is the physical component. But what is mind? Okay, we'll accept it. Because you're the first point to tell, we'll accept that answer. Yeah, what is mind? See, it's there ever since we are born, right? It's not that it came yesterday, I will leave tomorrow, not like that. So what is mind? Anything which comes to the mind, please. Yeah. The thoughts. Yeah, the thoughts. Okay? Yeah. Okay, anything else?
No, consciousness.
Consciousness. Yeah, consciousness. Oh, very nice. Anything else? Mind. See, something which is there within us, we should. And what I'm trying to say is that it is so subtle that it sometimes, oh, what will we say? It is so subtle. That is what yoga deals with, about your mind. How does the mind work? See, for instance, you have a watch. You should know how it works, right? Isn't it? You get a user's manual with a watch. This is big for this small watch. Whether we read or not, that's a second. Other faculties, but do we know how to use it? Have we read our own life's user's manual? Isn't it an important question? Right? At least these things one must be able to reflect it slowly. Are we only body and the mind? Is there anything beyond that? How many say there is beyond the mind? Raise their hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how come? Here. Okay, let's assume. Let's presume. Okay, let's presume there is much beyond the body and the mind. Okay? So different people call by different names. Some people, please remember this, more subtle. So, UN declared yoga as International Day of Yoga in 2015. So why am I saying is that there are a lot of myths concerned to yoga. That it belongs to this country, it belongs to this, it belongs to that. See, when something is declared an International Day of Yoga, which means that it is accepted worldwide. So I will not go into details as to what are the misconceptions about yoga, what are the myths about yoga. It's not necessary because now it's global and any human being can do it. And in 2016, UNESCO declared yoga as intangible cultural heritage to humanity. So just remember this word intangible, which means that what Maynard spoke about, peace, your compassion, your inner journey, all the positive things which a human being is looking forward is achieved through yoga. That's why it's called intangible cultural heritage. And sometimes people measure yoga through their burning the calories or that's only a byproduct of yoga, but there is more to yoga than just physical benefits. So now let me just play this video which tells more about yoga in a minute.
Mathematics. But there is another discipline that are in the modern world. Mentioned when in December 2014. Yoga is practiced today by millions of people around the world.
Read the subtitles.
Realizing the virtues and holistic benefits of yoga for all mankind, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, in his address to the 69th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York in September 2014, proposed that the world should start celebrating an International Day of Yoga.
Read the subtitles. It's not about exercise.
यह हमारी जीवन शैली में परिवर्तन लाकर तथा हम में जागरूकता उत्पन्न करके जलवायु परिवर्तन से लड़ने में सहायक हो सकता है। आइए हम एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस को आरंभ करने की दिशा में कार्य करें।
Member countries of the United Nations supported this call, and the UN proclaimed June 21st as the International Day of Yoga. There was special significance in choosing June 23rd.
So what did you get about from this information, about this video? What did you learn? So it's just not about an exercise. Okay, they also talk about inner well-being, holistic approach, and also climate change. You might be wondering, what is yoga going to do with climate change? So it took some time for me to digest all these as well. So I'll try to bring out my best. At the end of the presentation, you will know that how we are connected to the climate as well. Lights. And just a minute. And we also celebrated, this is a 1-minute video about in Blantyre. We had the International Day of Celebration since 2015. Just 45 seconds video. And in 2016, yoga was declared as intangible cultural heritage to humanity. So this is about the celebration in Blantyre. So what are we going to go through in another just couple of minutes? We'll understand what is yoga, the essence and global acceptance, which we have benefits on body, mind, body, a yogic perspective, application of yoga in hospitals, education, prison, benefits of postures, breathing and meditation, essence of yoga, psychological model and yoga, role of a teacher, yoga and climate change, yogic philosophy. So benefits of yoga in general. Okay, you can just focus on this red light. I'll just quickly go through. You will see how it can holistically benefit the mental agility, the cardiac fitness, blood flow, especially those who do the sitting jobs, flexibility in whatever field you are in for our daily life to go smoothly, weight. And I started yoga because I was obese. If you don't believe, I'll show my photo as well. I know people will believe, so seeing is believing. And happiness. Is anybody not looking for happiness? Please raise their hand. There will be a challenge for me, I like such people. And breathing. You know, even as you are sitting now here, you are using only 1/3 of your lung capacity. Do you know that? Is there this thing? Like 30 to 40% of the lung capacity only we are using. And anti-aging, stress relief, and other benefits. So now we'll just go for a few loosening practices. Just keep your spine erect. Okay, just place your hands on the thighs, just to wake you up from the theory. Now, gently, we'll begin with the neck. Gently look up. You feel the stretch of the neck. Exhale, look down. Pressing the chin to the throat. It should be done very slowly. Yoga practice, slow and steady. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now, rotation. Slowly move the head towards the right. Up, left, down. Right, up. Just do it slowly and feel the stretch. Down. Now opposite direction towards your left. Up. Right. Down. Left. Up. Right. And down. Now gently. Now for your cheeks. Okay, gently rub your palms. And blow the cheeks out like this. And just place it on your cheeks. And just push it front and once again, gently rub your palms. Blow the cheeks out. And place it. And place it. Okay. And now, let's go for one joint at a time. Let's go for the shoulders gently. First, bring your hands forward. This is for your fingers, the most used joints, okay? Just squeeze it, tense the hand, release. Squeeze, tense the hand, shoulders, release. Face relaxed. Don't do it small. Release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Now, just take your hands on the shoulder, like this, okay? Now open, just like a window, just open. And really close. Just feel the shoulder muscles open and close. Open and close. Now rotation. Slowly. Move it back. Slowly. Very slowly. Very slowly. Enjoy it. Slowly to it. And now opposite direction. Down. Back. Up. Forward. Down. Back. Up. Forward. Now gently release. Now just lock your hands like this. Okay. So first we will do chair yoga, then we'll go for mat yoga. How does this sound? You know, in your aeroplane you can do this. Just lock. Okay. Now just turn the palm outwards and push it forward. Okay? Push as much as you can till you feel the stretch, okay? But do not break anything. And bring it close to the chest. Drop the tension on the shoulders. Yes. Inhale. So we will add breath. Exhale. Bring the hands on the chest. Drop the tension on the shoulders. Now let's take it up. Inhale. Take your palms up. Give a nice stretch. Stay there for a while to feel the stretch. Exhale. Turning the palm inwards. Bring the hands on the chest and drop the tension on the shoulder. Now with the inhalation. Inhale. Expand the abdomen into chest. Exhale. We are trying to increase the lung capacity as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, gently bend forward so that your abdomen is on your thighs. Feel the stretch from the lower back. Push your hands forward. Push your hands forward. Okay? Inhale. Up. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Up. Now slowly unblock and gently, slowly release to feel the changes. You will feel the flow of the blood. You will feel the tingling sensation. Yes. Okay, you're a blood now. I know that. So now we'll go for the next part. So we'll understand yoga. Now a little bit serious. Long. Now we'll understand our body in a yogic perspective, right? So I call it as our body is like a passport. See, if you want to make a journey, you have a passport. Do you have a passport? Yeah. You have a passport? So can you travel without the passport?
No.
Yes. In the same way, without the body having this passport called body, you can't make an inner journey. Okay? And now, body is just a passport to the inner journey. And now, so this is a yogic text called Gheranda Samhita. It was written in 700 years back. And what can you see here? Sorry? Nothing is seen. So coming back to it, on a slightly serious note, it's a body. Okay? It's a body. But now, what is this? The red, what is this? It's a pot. So, here they are comparing our body to an unbaked earthen pot. You know how do you, once you make a pot, how do you strengthen it? Huh? You put it on fire, right? You put it on fire. In the same way, our body which is unbaked, you put it to the fire of yoga to make it strong. Otherwise, what happens if there is a hole? It leaks. So in the same way, we need to have a strong body. Now, see, yoga is not an exercise, but you can't stop the word. People think it's exercise, okay? Even if you think it's an exercise, what is the USP of yoga posture? Again, remember, it's not yoga, it's yoga posture only, okay? So what's the benefit of yoga posture? It works on your endocrine glands. We'll do few yoga posture which works on your glands at the end. And it's not competitive. You need not compete. It's not a race. And because of this, there's no injury involved in it. Because you are comfortable, you are trying to be with yourself. You are trying to shut out from the outside competition. You're just trying to be yourself. And the most important one is you don't require any equipment. All you require is your own body, your breath, and of course, mind. You don't even need a mat. That flexible is yoga. So this is it's very convenient for you to practice and not to give an excuse as to not practice anything for your health and well-being. As Madam said, it's in your hand, whether you're traveling, whether you are wherever you are, whatever you are, it's in your hand. And what more easy can you make it? So now, before we go for next few posture on the chair, I'll show you a few yoga postures and how the benefits are there on the physical level and the mental level, and how what system does it work. For instance, the leg postures work on your leg strength and concentration. So this is called as Vrikshasana, the tree pose. This strengthens your leg and also it helps you to focus. You need to have a focus. This is where the mental faculty comes in picture to hold the pose. And next, Garudasana, the eagle pose. And see the number of joints involved here. And never in your life you will have any bone-related issues. Of course, if you are having any issues, you should not do few postures that you should be careful with. And these are for stress and diabetes and digestion in general. So these are the poses for these benefits. This is the twisted triangle pose. And this is the Vakrasana or the twisting pose. So before that, we'll also do a twisting pose, just sitting here. Just sit straight. Now, I'll just show you. Just keep your right hand on the back. Just hold the chair. And now use your left hand on the, what do you call it as, the hand of the chair, and twist towards the right. Okay, just twist towards the right. Yes, and feel the twist on the abdomen region and feel the flexibility for your spine towards the right. Yes, it's the right. Yes. Sorry, I didn't tell which one is right and left. Just a little bit. Yeah, just stay there. But you do not hold it like an exercise. Just make it little, leave some space for breathing. There must be some stretch. You should feel the stretch. Close your eyes to just feel the sensations and the stretch. And now gently open your eyes. Release the pose and look forward. So we need to do it on the other side as well. Gently looking towards the left. Use your hands just like a string to pull the chest. Yes. Just feel the twist. Look at the left shoulder. Eyes closed so that you can observe what's happening within us. Eyes still be closed. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, look forward, release the pause. Where do you feel the stretch? The shoulders, the abdomen region, and for the spine. So now for your spine, back pain and thyroid, as I said, it works on your glands. That if you keep the glands healthy, your whole system will be healthy. And this is Dhanurasana, the bow pose. And this is Paschimottanasana, the head to knee pose. Do not try it today. Just giving a caution. And okay, so now, how was I looking? So I was like this. I think this is 2008 or 9 photo. And in this photo, actually, I had reduced some weight in this photo. And also, I tucked in my stomach so that I looked little slim and thin. So this was in my early 20s. And if you don't believe, I'm right in front of you with flesh and bone. And now, so we have covered what is body from the yogic context. Now we should go for the mind. We have discussed what mind is. It's a very deep subject. I will not go in detail, but I'll just take you example to understand what is mind. In a yogic text, which is 5,000 years old, 5,000 years older, even back then there was mind. They mention, compare your mind to air. It is so subtle that it's like air. And in another yogic text, they compare it to a monkey. How is a monkey? What is the nature of a monkey? Does it stay in a place? It jumps right, it keeps jumping. And nowadays they compare it to a drunken monkey. First of all, it is so fickle. It is not, doesn't say. And on top of that, it drinks. And nowadays, very recently, in this world of competition stress, it is compared to a monkey which is drunken, bit by scorpion. Which means the whole message is that it is so subtle. That's the message, and it's not stable like your body. It keeps changing. That's the nature of the mind. The whole purpose of yoga is to bring a control over this mind. So it increases the lung capacity. For mind, we do what we call it as pranayama, the yogic breathing. So to give you another example, if you observe the breath of the dog and the turtle, the dog's breath is very fast. And that also gives you an indication about your longevity of your life. And if you look at a turtle, you know how long does a turtle live? Lifespan of a turtle? 100 years old, minimum. So it increases the lung capacity and also relaxes the mind and senses. See, whenever you are tense, people say it's a common thing. Hey, relax, just take a deep breath, right? So in the same way, through the breath, we are controlling the mind and the senses. And also, control over your emotions. What happens if you do not control our emotions? Any tragedy in your life, anything which you have regretted, it's because there was no control over your emotions. And your breath also indicates what emotions you have. When you are calm, you have a certain speed of breath. When you are tense, there is when you are angry, there is a certain breath speed. So through yoga, you can have control over your emotions. As I said, it's a very deep subject, but now I'll just give you a glimpse. For that, once again, just keep your spine and head erect. We'll do some breathing practices to increase the lung capacity and for mind control and emotions. Now just place your left hand on the left thigh and just place the right palm on the lower abdomen. Okay? So this is to activate your lower lobes of the lungs. Take a deep inhalation and push the abdomen out. The abdomen should come out when you inhale. That's the right way of breathing. If it's going in, you should correct it. Now as you exhale, it sucks inside. So try to make the breath even little more deeper than what you normally do. That's what yogic breathing is all about. Inhale. Close your eyes to feel the movements. Exhale. Try avoiding the chest movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now with the eyes closed, place the same right palm on the chest and take a deep inhalation. Observe the chest opening and going up and exhale. Avoid the abdomen movement just to feel more intensity on the chest. Inhale, chest opens and goes up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now place the left palm on the lower abdomen. Now we shall go for both abdomen and chest breathing. Okay? Eyes closed. Take a deep inhalation. Expand the abdomen and expand the chest. Maintain and exhale. Abdomen goes in, chest comes down. Relax the shoulder and face. Inhale. Expand the abdomen and the chest. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Now gently open your eyes and gently bring your hands on. So now you can feel the difference. Normally how you breathe and when you take deep breath, how the abdomen and chest movement is. That is what happens when we practice yoga posture. We are trying to bring this component into our postures. Now, application of yoga, I won't take much time, but having come here, I should put a word on this as well. Application of yoga on education, hospitals, and yoga in prison. So on education, we will do something called as super brain yoga. I'll not show you the video, but we will do the practicals over there. It's very famous in, I think, US now. It says that it activates your right and left part of the brain. Anybody has heard about it? Super brain yoga? Okay. So we'll do that as well. And yoga as therapy. I think there's a lot of projects going on how yoga is used as alternative therapy in hospitals and in many places. I will not play that one as well. And yoga at prison. You know, there's a project which has been started in Africa where they're using yoga to bring wellness, especially in a prison. You know, that's the place where you really require calmness, peace, and composure when there is a lot of stress, and they already come with that, burden. So this is working wonders for them. And we'll do few practices. They have mentioned few yoga practices and breathing as well, which we'll do over there. Now I'll quickly go through. Okay, so especially let me focus this part. Who didn't raise their hand? So what is the deeper dimension of yoga? See, you would have heard this, no? It's quite famous. We are not human beings with spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings with human experience. To experience this, it's just not, it takes time, it takes guidance to experience these things when we do meditation and all. Now, essence of yoga. Okay. Oh, I should have deleted that, but that is just for me to remember. So now, what is the real essence of yoga? To put it all in nutshell, what is the essence of yoga? Yoga is primarily spiritual and mental discipline. Primarily. Physical is secondary. And who said this? That's important. Now everybody can say anything on yoga. Yoga, they make it beer yoga, dog yoga, woga. Anything can make anything. But who said this? That's important. This was said by Swami Kualayananda, who was the founder of a yogic yoga school, which is 100-year-old now. And who was Swami Kualayananda? Swami Kualayananda was a personal teacher for Mahatma Gandhi. In 100 years before, they met in a place, and Kualayananda taught Mahatma Gandhi yoga. And the Gandhian values like ahimsa, the non-violence, is the foundation for yoga. Now, how can we do those, again, I'll come back here, those who convinced, they were not convinced. See, it is so subtle that you need something to logically think on these things, on these metaphysical things. So let's take this model. How many know this model, by the way? Okay. So it's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay. So to give you an idea, first our needs begins with physiological. That is your bread, your food, and all those things what you require. Then the safety. You require safety, your insurance and blah blah blah, whatever it is. And now belonging. We need this social life. Like they say, no man is an island. You require that social life to be with the people. And then esteem. Once you do something, you need awards. You need to be recognized. You need to be greeted. You need to be recognized with whatever work you do, like awards. Why do they give awards? It's because of this. So now, coming to the main point. How does yoga come here? So the Maslow says that there is another stage beyond that. It's called self-actualization. Can anyone just talk on this? What is self-actualization? Okay, to put it in simple words, it's something beyond the mind, to put it very simply. Okay? So there is that stage, and only when we achieve this, as I was telling, you can achieve what you call it as well-being and self-realization. See, it's very important to understand these things, otherwise your yoga is just acrobatics, circus. Even a circus teacher, he can put his leg up like this, you know. They need not send me to teach here yoga. No, it's very important to understand this because, but for now, just take it in your heart. Someday it will help you. So why yoga? I wish that I had some more time on this. Okay, let me skip this. Okay. Another word for yoga I would say as transformation. Something, if you really want to, some deeper things to happen, it's transformation. So just carefully listen to this audio and you will definitely understand what yoga is. But you should be open to it. Just make the mind a little supple and soft without judging, without this thing, just like a baby. It's not easy. It's not easy, but try. For this, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's very important to close the eyes to understand this and spine erect. Just keep your eyes closed and just be aware of the breath. So just open your eyes. So what you're going to listen, it's a kind of a question and answer thing which was asked by one of the yogic aspirants. He asks that if I spend 24 hours by myself and I don't like myself, how will I transform myself? That's the question. Just imagine that you don't like your own company. It's something like that. How will you transform that? Okay. Now once again, just keep your eyes closed.
So that's good, we've already taken the first step. We need to understand the difference between transformation and change. People are always trying to change themselves. Change means, now this is like this. If I make it like this is a change. If I make it like that, that's a change. If I make it like this is another kind of change. The essential quality will never change. When we say transformation, the word transformation means that nothing of the old remained. Something totally new flower within you. Now you look at a rose plant full of thorns. Springtime came and rose flowers burst out. It is a transformation. The thorns are still there. There are more thorns than flowers. But we don't call it a thorn plant, we call it a rose plant. Because that single rose, everybody's attention goes more towards that one single rose than 100 thorns that are on the plant, isn't it? So, all the thorns in you, maybe you cannot remove right now. But if one rose flower blossoms, all that, everybody is willing to overlook those things, isn't it? Yes? So you don't have to iron yourself out and straighten yourself out as somebody thinks it is the right way to be. No. You can just make yourself a very joyful being. Whatever other nonsense and quirkiness and kinkiness you have, people are willing to take it. That's it. If one flower blossoms, people are willing to forget all the thorns in you. Now you start plucking the thorns, it's an endless process. It's not going to happen. So setting yourself right does not mean plucking off all the thorns and straightening yourself out. And those people who have strived to straighten themselves out, they become so straight, nobody wants to be with them. Have you seen this? Somebody who's all correct. Do you want to be with that person? Horror, isn't it? So this is not about becoming all correct. If something in you blossoms, people are willing to overlook all the thorns that are there in you. It doesn't matter anymore. Even though there are so many thorns in the rose flower and just a few roses, you still want to have it, isn't it? So that's all that needs to happen within you. You need to blossom. At least in one single dimension, if you blossom, then all the other things will be forgotten by people. That's all that needs to happen. So if that has to happen, what we should do? You can't pull a flower out of a plant. You never thought about a flower, but every day you nourish the root. Flower will happen, isn't it? So how to nourish the roots of who you are? You have a mind, you have an emotion, you have a body, but all these things are functioning only because your life energies are functioning, isn't it so? Yes. Are you doing the love dub right now? Or is it happening? Your heart beating. Are you doing it or is it happening? It is happening. Your breath, inhalation and exhalation, are you doing it or is it happening? It is happening. Everything that is life is happening, isn't it? Is it so? It is happening, you are not doing it. If it is in your hand, you know what a mess it would be by now? Fortunately, it's not in your hands, it is happening. So these life energies are constantly making you tick and happy. And that's what we need to nourish. If you make your life energies properly balanced and in full vibrance, your body, mind and emotion will be in its best possible condition. There is a whole science and technology as to how to do this. It is this technology that is referred to as yoga, but unfortunately only the physicality of yoga came to the West. And now yoga means people are just all getting into knots, impossible bone-bending postures. Yoga is the science and technology of nourishing the roots of your existence so that everything else naturally flowers. Because you want a flower, flower will not come. You have to do the right thing, only then it happens, isn't it? That is so with everything in your life. If you do not do the right things, it will not happen. If the right things are not happening, obviously you are not doing the right thing.
Just keep your eyes closed. Now very gently open your eyes. Hope you didn't take a nap. So what is the essence you got out of this? What is the message you got out of it? Yeah. Sorry? You have to be? You don't have, yeah, absolutely right. I like it. You don't have to be perfect. Just like a rose plant, maybe there are 100 thorns within us, but one flower comes, all our attention goes there. How beautiful you put, right? So it's there.
What is message was like, whatever things is happening, not we are doing ourselves.
Yes. Which means there is something more deeper within us which is making body mind happen. And this technology is called as yoga. And unfortunately, when it went out of many parts, even in India there's a lot of myths. Only the physical aspect of yoga went. The mental and the spiritual, the emotional is still not being utilized. It's like, why do we use a rocket? Why do we use a rocket? Why do we use a rocket to go to moon? Why do we use a rocket? Anyone can answer. It goes fast and what? Starts with F. Faster. It goes far and faster. That's why we use a rocket. In the same way, if you use yoga just for your physical benefits, it's like you are using a rocket like a cycle to go to the next road. It can take you so far and so fast within us, and we are just underestimating its benefits only just to get some physical benefits. Is it fair? Is it? What I'm trying to say is that through yoga, you can completely explore yourself. That's the whole message. And now, okay, so this is the last video for this session. Usually a lot of people ask, how will I find a teacher? If you ask me what is yoga, a synonymous for that would be a guru in yogic language, or a realized teacher. Only through a teacher you can really get the essence of this. So I would call it as a GPS. See, when you are going outside, you are new to a place, you use a GPS, right? You know, that lady tells, go left, right, you simply follow them. In the same way, in the inner journey, this is a very important component, because what I am saying, I can write in my blood and give you. Because I have been searching for teachers, I have seen all kinds, and it's very important. It's very important. And why we require a teacher? Why can't you learn in a YouTube? Why can't you learn in a books? Why can't you? Please tell me, those who are practicing, why can't you learn? You could have just, in your home or YouTube, all this information would have come now. Isn't it? So just carefully follow this, and you will understand the importance of guidance in yoga. Okay? Just this one. For this one, you can keep your eyes open, lights off.
Once you have entered the space which you call as human, from here your evolution is no more natural. It has to be conscious. If you don't become conscious, there will not be any progress from here onwards. Monkeys can progress, man cannot progress. He can only progress consciously. Somewhere, nature trusted your intelligence. Nature believed that with the intelligence that you have, anyway you will choose the higher, not the lower. But you've been trying to beat nature's trust, but it's not possible. Doesn't matter how many ways you indulge yourself, somewhere something longs for something bigger, isn't it? Yes? You fill yourself with wealth and filth and everything, but still the longing is not gone. So, when the longing becomes unbearable, you seek. When you seek, can't you seek that which is within yourself by yourself? You can. But it's an uncharted path.
I'm lost. Not lost, lost with my teacher, so I'm just taking my time. And how do you know that your teacher has come? To put it very simply, they say when the student is ready, fill in the blanks. Huh? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. And that readiness, it should come from the student. Then, as a consequence, teacher will happen. And it's an enigma as to how the student and the teacher meets. No logic can explain this. No logic can explain this. Logic can explain where the rocket is going. This logic, it can never be explained. It's an enigma. And how do you know that a teacher has come? You will definitely know, because you are the one who wanted him to be. You know, like they say, when the sun comes, you don't require a torch to see what's there. When it has come, you will definitely know. And last thing, how do you recognize him? When you are with a teacher, you will feel little uncomfortable. You will feel little threatened. But still, you will feel that there is something in him that which actually pulls you towards his teachings, his personality. So that's an indication. If you're too comfortable with him, then he's a friend or a well-wisher or something. They will not bring any transformation as such. Again, if you want only calorie burning yoga, now there are Shirsasana teachers, calorie burning teachers. Again, it depends what are you looking forward for. So with these, I'm just trying to give you a wide variety of what yoga in its full meaning. It's up to you to choose. It's like a buffet. Buffet lunch. You choose whatever you want. You can take everything. So now the last part. So now we are coming to from the mind. We are slowly transiting to the spirit. So how do we do that? To put it simply, meditation is called art of seeing the invisible. The logical mind always wants to see. So this is that part within us that is invisible. It's like, to give an example, it's like a microscope. When do you use a microscope? When it is something which is very small and you can't see it, then we use it, right? In the same way, you use telescope to see the outside world. You know, when there is planets, stars, you use a telescope. In the same way, there is something within us which is very subtle, very deep, and you use meditation to see that. So we'll do a small meditation. Okay. What can you see here? So you can see that's the nature of the mind. We always see, certain things. That's how it's. So you can also, beside the black dot, you can see this blue lines. And how meditation works, dots. Just focus on that. Only on the black dot. Just focus on the black dot. Do not blink too much. Just focus on the black point. With the eyes open, minimizing the blinks. Just observe what happens. Just observe the black dots. Something will happen. Keep observing. Be conscious that you are observing. Something will happen as you just keep observing. Close your eyes. Lights on. And now gently open your eyes. What did you notice?
Some white glowing thing around.
Sorry.
White glowing thing around.
Oh, okay, okay. And what did you observe, ma'am? Okay, okay. So different people experience different things. Anything else? Did you experience something as you were looking at the black dot? Yes. And also you can observe that the blue lines fades away. That's the power of the mind. If you practice it, you will notice that the blue lines will fade away. Okay? So this is the very gross way of telling how the meditation works. Okay? Now we are just about to finish. So yoga for climate change, I will quickly go through. The yoga logo means the 5 elements. The brown is earth, green is nature, blue is water, brightness is fire, sun is energy and inspiration. We have sun salutations, right? And in yoga, we believe that Mother Earth is a mother. We don't, while practicing yoga, we don't even put our footwear just to respect the Mother Earth. Usually in India, we say an invocation before putting our feet down. That's the kind of sensitivity we have yoga shows towards Earth. And yogic philosophy, just to make a little lighter. So here, the monk asks, the student asks, is it okay for a monk to use email? So he says that sure, as long as there are no attachments. But I should say this, any yogic practice without its philosophy is a loose foundation. That's why people tell, yeah, I did 10 years back, yeah, I did 5 years back, oh, I did. It's because the foundation is not strong. Otherwise, why aren't they able to do it every day? Why is it that they are able to bring this philosophy to their life? Somewhere something is loose. So it's very important wherever you do dog, beer, hatha yoga, Patanjali or whatever it is, ensure that you understand the philosophy behind it. To give you an example of this one, attachment, it's like, do you know jackfruit? You know, it's very thorny outside, but inside it's very sweet. But when you're cutting the jackfruit, there is this white rubbery thing which sticks to your hand and knife. To avoid that, we use oil so that it doesn't stick to your hand nor to the knife. Which means that you can enjoy anything material in this world. Nothing wrong with it. You should actually, if you look at cosmos, you have to enjoy. You go to moon, you go to 7 wonders of the world, you can go, you drink the costliest beer, you can eat the caviar, anything. But it's very important to explore what is within, right? The inner genius, isn't it? So that's the balance. That's the balance. You can enjoy, but still you have to remain detached with it. If you're too attached with it, if your mobile falls, your heart is broken. How? You know, let me give you an example. This laptop I bought 10 years back when I was doing my MBA. I was so obsessed with it. This was the first laptop I bought. I laminated it. And now it is stuck so much that I'm not able to take it out. It is so attached. So in life, whatever material things we have to enjoy, we have to do our responsibility, but you have to bring that detachment element in it, or else it will keep sticking like a chewing gum. Material things initially very juicy, and sometimes to make a prank, we used to put underneath the pants in our school. It will stick all over. So don't try to digest this. At least take it in your heart, because I've taken a decade to at least put it in my mouth. So slowly you can adapt these things.